Hey YouTube, it's Kimberzelik here. Welcome to my channel, and I'm finally, other than making Woody's nuts, I finally have a couple projects. Number one would be my, oh there it goes. Number one would be my drawbar, which is composed of four elements here. There's one. It's a beveled piece to right against my spindle. There's the steel is 2, and then there's this brass spacer 3, and then the nut is 4. Well, the nut stripped out, broke off, whatever. And the reason there's so many pieces to this was, you know, I've been into this whole scratching metal thing for just a few months. So my options are to take this 12L14 and run it down and lose a lot of material and make my drawbar one piece. It's my last, this is the last of my 12L14 in this dimension, which is 25 millimeters, give or take. And then I have a piece of 12L14 that is 633 thousandths, which would make it 633. It must have been 5/8 at one time. No, I couldn't have grown. Well, I got that, and I have it turned down to 12 millimeters on the end for tapping or for running a die across. And then I will end up making a two-piece drawbar, and I'll probably use this piece here, unless I can find a smaller one, to replicate this bevel here, and maybe mill a couple flats on it for a wrench. So the other project is a Blondie Hacks, like an intro to turning exercise, where you separate this, you bore it out, you do internal threads, and you then make a cap with the piece that's left over, put it all together, turn it on centers, making the seam disappear. And this is a possible candidate for that. And back to the 12L14, I need to order some more steel. Let's see what we got chucked up here, and maybe we will. Now, I got the new GoPro, which I'm really happy with. The sound is like unbelievable, and it doesn't adjust like my old camera adjusted, because it just doesn't. But I bought what's called a backpack, and it's basically a little LCD or whatever viewing screen that snaps on, that connects to the back of the camera, where I can see what I'm pointing at. Okay, so this is little machine shop die holder, and I have a 1/2" die in there, which doesn't need to be there. Because we are doing 12 millimeter, because 12 millimeter is what my ER32 holder MT3. There's a 12mm thread inside, and that goes there. So I got my 12mm Hansen. I guess this isn't going to work because it's a hex, and I don't have any way to service a hex in that. So that tool goes back, and this tool comes in gear wrench 5-piece tap and die ratchet set. So this will definitely hold the hex, and I'll use my I will put my chuck on my tailstock, and I will use the jaws of my chuck to keep pressure on right here. And let me show you what that's going to look like. Okay, it's going to look something like that, which should give me a nice square start. I'll probably open the jaws a little bit. I'm not sure how much engagement I actually need. Probably more the better. I'm just starting with this, so probably go with maximum engagement. No, that feels about right. Okay, so let's put this all here and bring the camera back around here. I guess I need to make a tailstock die holder that'll hold on to a hex die. Okay, so on with the drill chuck. Are we all in the picture here? Oh yeah. Now I have the camera partially in the watertight case because that's the only way I can clip it to my the arm that's holding my camera. So I got that at about 3/8 of an inch extended my quill, so I can back it up and pull the tool away if I need to. And I can simply turn this while I am turning my quill. That didn't feel right. Okay, that's no good. I'm loosening my chuck with that method. So I don't feel real good about this method. It can't be good for my jaws. Okay, let me back this off and check my my depth, if I have enough to go freehand or not. Not really. Okay, this should probably have some oil on it. I bet things go a little smoother. Let's not cross thread it. Just got off work. Took the chihuahuas up to my bedroom. Walked the schnauzers. Slipped out here for a few minutes after rubbing some cream on my wife's shoulders. Yep, that's turning much better. Let me reverse it a little bit. Just kind of maybe knock some of those chips out, and let me get some love on there. The very first time I did this, it was with a Harbor Freight tap and die set. Which promptly went in the return box. Okay, I have enough engagement. I don't need the tailstock anymore. So we'll go ahead and take this on in and then flip the die. We may not have to flip the die. I have a pretty good gutter cut in there, for lack of what it's actually called. Thread relief, maybe. So let's take it off and see what we got, and then we'll Let's see if we can get a close up if the camera focuses or not. Let me try this old trick. Okay, so yeah, you can't beat that. And while I have the die out, I'm going to go ahead and flip the die. So we pop that off of the Sorry if that blew anybody's ears out. So the die is going in backwards this time. And go ahead and give that a little pressure. And go ahead and get that started. Could I be cross-threaded? Let me pull the tailstock back. I have to work on a method for moving this camera around and getting square. Okay, we're starting to slip in the chuck. We're gonna back it off a little bit. Clean out some of those chips. I guess I really should have stopped showing this quite a while ago. But we're here now, we might as well show it to the end. Let me get a little more love on there. And we should be able to finish it up. Granted, this isn't slipping. Okay, we're cutting it. As far as order of operations here, I'm not sure why I'm doing the threads first. I know the first time that I did this, I decided that the threading would go first. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to have to get rid of the tailstock because of the length of it. I'll take it out the back door. I kind of tore that up a little bit, but I can turn that down. I think I got a good starting thread there. Let's see how it threads onto the holder. Okay, that's good. Now I will blow this thing out because there's probably chips in there. No. Okay, next I need to get something that looks like this on the other end. And this won't be a floating piece this time. I'm going to incorporate that taper into the one solid piece. That'll screw on here with a good sturdy threaded stock, something probably greater in diameter than a 1/4 probably at least. Well, I think the last time I did maybe 3 or 4 millimeters, and I thought I was using stainless as well. So this, and I don't think having that center hole in there is going to hurt anything at all. It may actually help me when it comes to turning. I can turn this on centers, not that it has to be done. So I'm probably going to go in and go to bed, so you'll probably have just like a couple seconds of relief from me, and I will come back probably with 2 or 3 hours sleep, or possibly completely rested and ready to go. Thanks for coming around. See you next time. Please like and subscribe. Help grow this channel. Surprised at how many people watch and don't hit the subscribe button. I mean, it doesn't cost anything. And as long as if you're not hitting the notification bell, you're not being annoyed by, you know, announcements, which I would like you to be annoyed. Not annoyed. I would like you to receive announcements, but I guess my point is just subscribing itself, there's no annoyance there at all. It's just taking the time to subscribe. And Oh, it is early. I guess it might already. It's not summer yet till next week, I don't think. But it's warming up here where we're at, and evident sweat. And also, I look quite handsome today, I might say. The buttons on the shirt and all that. All right. I probably need this time to figure out what I'm going to do with the back end of that, and so I'll take that time and just start another video. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you being around. Always appreciate your help. How do I do this here? I'm stopping. Okay, I can't figure out who it was. Hold on a minute. And I was commenting on their round insert. And I was stating the fact that, I can't find any of them with a holder that'll fit my 1/2-inch holders. So he sent me a link, and by golly, I think it was advertised as 12 millimeters. Which puts it, under a 1/2 inch. And what did they send me? 630. Probably 15 millimeters. Is this thing zeroed? It's only, yeah. Well, let's call it 15. It's 15.93. 15.93. It is not a 1/2 inch or just under. Is that 18? 15. So I believe what I need to do then is set my machine up for milling and mill the entire bottom off, I guess, to make my yeah, I have to do the bottom. No, I have to do the bottom. I can't disturb the top. I guess I could disturb the top. Well, whatever, I may just give this to a friend in a tool, well, and he's got to set it up and do all the work. It's not fair to ask him to do that. I'll set up my milling machine, or my lathe to mill, and this I'm sure this is not a hard material. I mean, the inserts don't even have any identification as to what their number is, which is typical when I buy inserts. So, yeah, disappointed. Very grateful for the advice and the suggestion, and I just wish it would have been as advertised. I'm not even going to mess with sending this thing back to China.